is hiccup or hiccups, whatever you call it. It's a pathological respiratory reflex characterized by spasms of the diaphragm, resulting in sudden inspiration and closure of the glottis. What causes hiccup? Irritation of the phrenic nerve by a tumor involvement at the hilum of the lung. Can be due to direct irritation of the diaphragm, maybe by an infection or a tumor. It can be due to uremia. Uremia is raised levels of urea in the blood. It can also cause hiccups. And then elevation of the diaphragm from enlargement of the liver or ascites. All that can cause hiccups. How do you manage them? Immediate management, you can do pharyngeal stimulation, e.g., by swallowing a dry bread or 2 spoons of sugar. This bread you don't chew like you normally chew. Just chew once or twice and then swallow. The other immediate management is breathing in a paper bag. Breathing in a paper bag, how does it help to relieve hiccups? So you ask a patient, to get a paper, a paper bag, akaveera, and then they hold it tightly here. When the kavera has no hole down, so they tie it on the nose and mouth like this, and then they start breathing in and out, in and out. So when we breathe in, normally here, as I'm breathing now, I'm breathing in oxygen, then I breathe out carbon dioxide. But when you put a paper bag here and seal here, so you are breathing out oxygen, you are breathing out carbon dioxide, and at the same time you are taking in carbon dioxide. So they say this carbon dioxide, it helps to relax the diaphragm muscle, the hiccups. So like I said, there are some things that we do and they work for us. The same happens to holding a breath. They say if you have a hiccup, they say hold your breath for some time and then swallow. So they say when you have a hiccup, you hold the breath and then swallow. So in that way, when you hold your breath, you raise carbon dioxide levels in your body, and then that carbon dioxide will reduce on the spasms, hence relieving the spasms, relieving the hiccup. Then the other immediate intervention, you correct uremia if possible. How do you correct uremia? Sometimes they do dialysis to these patients, but sometimes it may not be possible and may not be able to do it. And then I'll share with you, I don't know, there are some things that we do in palliative care that maybe in class you can also share with us how you relieve hiccups. You've seen some people, maybe you can share with us, what do they say about relieving hiccups? What do people say about how to relieve hiccups? The midwives, when babies have hiccups, what do you do to them? What do you advise the mother?
We advise the mother to breastfeed.
They advise the mother to breastfeed. So sometimes maybe when you bring something, other people they say you should take water, and then the hiccup will go. I don't know how it works, but it works. Let someone also share. How do you treat hiccups? Other people say that when you have hiccups, someone you love most is talking about you. So you start mentioning names, you mention Helen, Rita, Bernadette, Barbara, and then when you mention that name, then the hiccup will disappear. They put a kapapula kumutwe and the hiccup disappears. Actually, you reminded Maria. There are some things we do that we can't explain how they work, but they work. I remember one time we were going for campaigns. One doctor friend of mine had contested for MP Rakai. So we are going for his campaign, and the van was full of health workers. So this one doctor, colleague of ours, gets the hiccup. As we are approaching Busega, he got that hiccup. He had it through Nsanji, Maya, and then one of the nurses said, "Ne doctor, dira oyuza kapapula, otekeko tulusu tutono, okateeke wano mu kyenyi." and the hiccup will stop. That you get a piece of paper, apply some little saliva and put it on your forehead. The hiccup will stop. The doctor said, those are superstitions. How do they? How does the paper get connected to relieving a hiccup? And then the doctor refused to do that. So he continued with his hiccup. Through Buama, through Rukaya, the guy still had a hiccup. Then the nurse said, doctor, we are fed up of your hiccup. Then the girl got the paper, put saliva and put it on the forehead of the doctor. And within no minute, the hiccup stopped. Then the doctor said, hey, what to know, he was like, hey, these things work. So don't ask me how does the paper work to relieve hiccup, but just know it works. I don't know how it works, but it does work. So other people say you drink water, other people say put a paper, other people say mention a name of a loved one and all that. I don't know how they work, but they do work and you can try them out. So pharmacological management of a hiccup, you can give haloperidol 0.5 milligrams. I think you can say haloperidol works in so many symptoms.
Is it true that someone can die because of the hiccup? Because I've ever had someone saying their father died because of hiccup.
Yes, let's share. Is it true someone can die of a hiccup?
Yes, I also have an uncle who died of hiccup.
Right, you have an uncle who died of hiccup.
I think it was a complication, post-operative complication. He got hiccup and died.
Okay. Who else wants to share with us? So about the hiccup causing death, I may say yes or no. Remember, in my introduction, I said behind every symptom is an underlying disease to that symptom. So I think these people who die of hiccups have an underlying disease that maybe gets worse, and it also worsens the hiccup, and then someone dies. Then people will say, say it has died because of the hiccup, but forgetting that there's something causing that hiccup. So I think this underlying disease is the one causing the death, not the hiccup itself. I don't know. Let's do some research about it. Then tomorrow we shall start from there. Does the hiccup cause death, or is it the underlying condition that is causing the hiccup? Let's go and read about it, and then we shall share tomorrow. Treatment of hiccups, you can give chlorpromazine 12.5 to 5 milligrams during the attack, although its sedative effect may distress the patient. Chlorpromazine has a sedative effect. So prefer haloperidol because though it also has a sedative effect, but not as chlorpromazine. Or you can give metoclopramide or domperidone, and then you can give muscle relaxants like baclofen 5 to 10 milligrams to relieve the hiccup. Any of those ones can work. So if you try haloperidol and it doesn't work, then try metoclopramide. If it doesn't work for you, then try baclofen. Till when you relieve the patient, and also try the other non-pharmacological measures that we've talked about.